just a brief question about cancel culture, because it seems like there's a lot of ignorance going around these days. Recently, the Finnish band Satanic War Master had a show canceled in Mexico City. There's been some cancellations with the band Tuck in Australia
Oh, really?
this year. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
And many of them,
Yeah.
yeah, they have got to do with the supposedly being involved with extreme movements and, the drill. Now, that was some of them cases were never proved, Mayhem was beyond controversial throughout its career, of course, but now, in my opinion, public judgment is more different, and political correctness is above everything. Did you ever come to fear this, both at a band and a personal level, in your opinion?
I don't know, because Mayhem is a strange thing from that aspect, I think, because it has both sides, extreme left, extreme right. If you think about the history, then again, I'm not into this shit, So it's hard to catch us, and we always, it's our policy. Our policy is leave politics out, And what happened is just like, yeah, a long time ago there were some mentioning, some bullshit, but actually I don't like that this political correctness, that even you can't ask questions. I think people should be let ask questions, and I don't think one side is better than the other. Like, I don't like extreme right because I think it's fake, especially when it comes to the Second War. Like Hitler and all the shit, they lost, and if you think about it deeply, like, he didn't attack Switzerland, I'm just saying something. Think about, like, that means that guy was also depending on some higher powers, or who the fuck knows.
Yeah,
we don't see the whole picture. And I don't like extreme left either, because however, in my heart, I would be a socialist left. Like, I think we should be together, and we should okay, we have our individual path, but we should still unite, and mankind, we should love our life and be together, and instead of separation and stuff like that. But I just heard in Hungary, extreme left people, beat someone almost to death for no reason, and that was a mistake. So it's like both sides sucks. I think we should come up with something like a third thing, which is more spiritual, more based on our heritage. Look at the ancient Egyptian sculptures, or the ancient structures. I mean, for me, that's where the real shit lays, and I think today politics, it's just too much mind, no soul. Everybody is just too much mind, calculation and power, and money. It's always involved in that shit, instead of real human transcendental feelings and emotions, and I don't see any leaders who would deal with those spiritual aspects, or any leaders. They don't meditate, they don't give a fuck, they just think about themselves first, and then this is my impression, and they too much materialist, too much into this fucking money, power, weapons, like now we have a war in Europe, which is really fucking sad, and it's just never ending. It's always another excuse, to have these endless wars. Like in Israel, there is an endless war. Now I think this Iranian-Russian war will be another endless war. Middle East never been fixed, which was my favorite part in the world because of these ancient ruins. So I had to travel there all the time. So, man, I can't say anything about politics really, and I feel sorry for these guys, but they should also stay away. Like, talk. He's my friend, Aryan. He's my good friend, but you should be aware. Like, always stay aware of politics. And then it's black metal is about that. It's about evil. It's about challenging, religions, and it's about how to release your suppressed fears, and how to figure out, I mean, all these lies we've been lied to, all this shit makes this suppression on every level, from politics, from religions, and all this shit. And I think black metal is about to question everything and release that. But in the music and in the art, I always felt like we are above that shit. We should not go that level ever, you know. So I think these bands you are mentioned, they made probably mistakes too, you know. And that's I'm not agree that they should. I don't say that they should be cancelled, but they should not go to this fucking field. I think we should be free speech and we should be able to talk about anything, Hitler or Stalin or whatever, doesn't matter, you know. But you know, but when you
know how the
come
world
to art,
works. Yeah.
yeah, you know, that's like it's not for me.
Right.
Personally, I have nothing to do with this. And then again, I repeat, I don't think we have the right information even, because everything is biased. What you hear from the medias or in the history books, you know, like I grown up in a communist country, and when I was 18, I had my finals, you know, uh, at the gymnasium, you know, in the secondary school. When you're 18, you have this final exams, and they just changed the history.
Man.
They said like, yeah, they said, no, we leave this out because that was about the revolution in 56 in Hungary, and also like what happened after in this communist era, you know. And that was left out because they said it's unsure, so they changed. Like from anti-revolution, it became revolution in front of my eyes. I experienced this in my life, and I saw a whole fucking political system collapse, and comes another one, and the other one also was doing like a lot of harm. Everybody was looking for like, now we're gonna be saved by the West. Now it's gonna be, everything is over. This communist suppression is over. And the Western power came and they just robbed our country. It's really fucking sad because, I mean, that's a fact. Like, East Europe is still like a colony, bro. But I really don't want to go there. But
No,
think about it, like
that's right.
all like Mercedes, BMW, or Audi made in Hungary. Why? Because it's cheaper, the labor. Or if you look at, we are talking about European Union, there is a border like to the east and the west, and Hungary is a good example. But you could look also like Poland or Czech or anything. Like if you go close to the border, so in this sense, like Hungary and Austrian border. In Hungary, you work for like, I don't know, the Spar. If you know Spar, it's a little bit like, it's like a multi-international, you know, grocery company. So it's called Interspar. If you work for Interspar or whatever, you can, any companies, like say Shell, you know, oil. You work for a petrol station in Hungary for Shell oil, and then you go 30 kilometers, like 15 miles, and cross the border and work for, in the Austrian side, the same fucking Shell petrol station, the same fucking job. You still got like 2-3 times more money.